Buffhead in T9, 3rd Avenue is first. Buffhead is up 6.77 in T2, Jackson Street. Cosiata in T3, 3rd Street is second up 11.00. Scalawagon from Australia is 4th up 12.60. Scalawagon is up 13.21 in Washington Street. Scalawagon is up 14.26 in T12, Washington Street. Scalawagon improved as P1 with a 121.792. Disco from Australia in T11, 5th Avenue is 6th up 16.01. Disco improved as 4th with a 130.337. 8.54 Scalawagon is P1 up 0.34. Scalawagon is up 0.98 in T9, 3rd Avenue. Scalawagon is provisional pole with a 120.869. John 3653 in T12, Washington Street is second up 0.79. John 3653 improved as P2 with a 121.075. Disco in T206 off pole 5. Disco improved as 5th with a 127.805. 6.936 off pole. 10 minutes remaining in the session. Buffhead improved as P5 with a 124.117. 3.248 off pole is 8th up 12.54. Cosiata is provisional pole with a 120.378. Scott Wheatley from Australia in T15 is P9. Scott Wheatley improved as P4 with a 122.427. 2.049 off 0.29. Buffhead is up 1.22 in T11, 5th Avenue. Disco improved is 8th with a 127.180. 6.802 off pole. Buffhead improved is 4th with a 121.872. 1.494 off pole. Scott Wheatley in Washington Street is 5th up 0.28. Disco in T4 is P, 9 up 0.60. Disco is up 0.65 in T8. John 3653 in Washington Street is 3rd up 0.28. John 3653 is up 0.60 in T12, Washington Street. John 3653 improved his P2 with a 120.397. .019 off pole, 1 up 0.23. Kosiada is up 0.38 in T11, 5th Avenue. Kosiada is provisional pole with a 120.080. John 3653 in Washington Street is 2nd up 0.31. Scott Wheatley in T2, Jackson Street is P, 5 up 0.14. Scott Wheatley is up 0.41 in T7. 5 minutes remaining in the session. Scott Wheatley is up 0.35 in T11, 5th Avenue. Scott Wheatley improved as 5th with a 122.216. 2.136 Disco off pole in T9, 3rd Avenue is 9th up 0.20. Best lap is a 127.180. 7.100 off pole. Buffhead improved his P3 with a 120.567. 0.487 off pole. Scott Wheatley is 5th up 0.17. Scott Wheatley is up 0.55 in T11, 5th Avenue. Scalawagon is provisional pole with a 119.723. 1.551 Washington Street is P9 up 0.72. Disco is up 1.44 in T13. Disco improved his 8th with a 125.872. 6.149 off pole. Matthew Wheatley from Australia in Jefferson Street is 6th. Best lap is a 123.416. 3.693 off pole. Cosiata in T10, Adams Street is P2. Best lap is a 120.080. John 357 off pole in T6, Jefferson Street is 3rd up 0.10. John 3653 is up 0.11 in T10, Adams Street. Demon Boost from Australia is P7. Matthew Wheatley in T1, First Street is 6th up 0.18. Matthew Wheatley is up 0.39 in T5. The qualifying session is now in overtime. Matthew Wheatley is up 0.92 in T9, 3rd Avenue. Matthew Wheatley improved is 6th with a 122.233. 2.510 and start finish is 7th. Togasaya from Australia in T1, first street is P9 up 0.11. Buffhead is P. Buffhead is P. 4 on softs. Best lap is a 120.567.844 off pole. 844 off pole. The race session is at 1991 United States Grand Prix in Phoenix, USA. The wind speed is 13 km/h from the north-northeast. Kosiada from Australia is P2. Jump 3653 is third. Buffhead from Australia is fourth. Scott Wheatley from Australia is P5. Matthew Wheatley from Australia is P6 on softs. Demon Boost from Australia is P7 on softs. Disco from Australia is 8th. Togasaya from Australia is P9. Scalawagon from Australia is first. Race start, race start. Kosiada in T1, first street is P2. Edward Isle entering the pits is P10. Kosiada in T4 is 7th. Buffhead in T7 is 2nd. Scott Wheatley in Washington Street is P3. John 3653 in T9, 3rd Avenue is 6th. Kosiada in T12, Washington Street is 8th. Kosiada passed Disco for 7th. Buffhead is 2nd, 0.3 behind Scalawagon. 0.3 behind Scalawagon. Kosiada is P5, 1.3 ahead of Matthew Wheatley. Kosiada lost 8th to John 3653. Buffhead in T7 is 2nd. Buffhead in T7 is 2nd, 0.4 behind Scalawagon. John 3653 in T8 is P7, 0.2 behind Disco. John 3653 passed Disco for 6th. Disco in T9, 3rd Avenue is 7th. Best lap is a 158.485. 5.784 off the fastest lap. Kosiada from Australia in Jefferson Street is 8th, 2.6 behind Disco. Disco is 7th, 1.8 ahead of Kosiada. Disco lost 7th to Kosiada. Scott Wheatley is P3, 3.5 behind Buffhead. 3.5 behind Buffhead. Tobisaya in Washington Street on lap 3 is P8, 0.5 behind Kosiada. Kosiada was 4.4 faster last lap. Tobisaya passed Kosiada for 7th. Disco in T10, Adams Street is P9, 0.3 behind Tobisaya. "25 minutes remaining in the session. Buffhead in T6, Jefferson Street on lap 4 is 2nd, 1.3 behind Scalawagon. Disco in T6, Jefferson Street on lap 4 is 9th, 0.7 behind Tobisaya. Buffhead in T2, Jackson Street is 2nd, 1.9 behind Scalawagon. Disco in T1, First Street is P9, 0.8 behind Tobisaya. John 3653 in Washington Street is 6th, 1.3 behind Demon Boost. Disco is P9, 1.3 behind Tobisaya. Kosiada is P6, 1.4 behind Demon Boost. Demon Boost in Washington Street is P6 battling Kosiada. Disco in T10, Adams Street is P8, 0.9 behind Tobisaya. Tobisaya in start-finish is 7th, 1.1 ahead of Disco. Tobisaya lost 7th to Disco. Kosiada in T4 is P6 battling Demon Boost. Demon Boost is 6th, 0.2 behind Kosiada. Kosiada was 3.5 faster last lap. Edward Ayer exiting pits. John 3653 in T6, Jefferson Street on lap 7 is 9th, 0.4 behind Tobisaya. Tobisaya is 8th. Jump 36.53 in T15 is P9, 0.3 behind Tobisaya. Jump 36.53 past Disco for P7. Jump 36.53 is now P8. Matthew Wheatley in T15 is P4. Jump 36.53 in T8 is P9, 0.5 behind Disco. Jump 36.53 was 1.7 faster last lap. Edward Ayer from Brazil is 10th. Jump 36.53 is 9th, 0.3 behind Disco. Jump 36.53 past Disco for 8th. Edward Ayer in start-finish is 10th. Matthew Wheatley is 4th, 1.1 behind Scott Wheatley. Tobisaya in T1, first street is P7. Tobisaya lost P7 to jump 36.53. Demon Boost in T9, 3rd Avenue is 6th. "15 minutes remaining in the session. Buffhead on lap 11 is 2nd, 2.4 behind Scalawagon. Matthew Wheatley in Washington Street is 4th. Best lap is a 1:23.587. 1.596 off the fastest lap. Scalawagon in T4 is first. Matthew Wheatley is fourth, 1.0 behind Scott Wheatley. Matthew Wheatley was 0.5 faster last lap. Scalawagon in Jefferson Street is P1. Best lap is a 1:22.037. 0.046 off the fastest lap. Jump 36.53 in T4 is P7. Matthew Wheatley from Australia in T3, Third Street is fourth, 1.5 behind Scott Wheatley. Scott Wheatley was 0.9 faster last lap. Scott Wheatley in Washington Street is P3, 2.2 ahead of Matthew Wheatley. Scott Wheatley was 0.9 faster last lap. Jump 36.53 on lap 13 is P7. Matthew Wheatley is P4, 1.2 behind Scott Wheatley. Jump 36.53 in Jefferson Street is P7. 10 minutes remaining in the session. Matthew Wheatley in Jefferson Street is P4, 1.3 behind Scott Wheatley. Disco is P9. Matthew Wheatley in T12, Washington Street is 5th. Kosiada in T1, First Street is 4th, 1.9 ahead of Matthew Wheatley. Kosiada lost 4th to Matthew Wheatley. Disco is 9th. Matthew Wheatley in T11, 5th Avenue is P4, 4.3 ahead of Kosiada. Demon Boost in start-finish is 6th. John 3653 in Jefferson Street is 7th. Best lap is a 1:21.961. 0.436 off the fastest lap. Tobisaya from Australia in T11, 5th Avenue is P8. Five minutes remaining in the session. Kosiada is P5, 1.3 behind Matthew Wheatley. Scott Wheatley in T11, 5th Avenue is P3. Kosiada in T15 is P5, 1.3 behind Matthew Wheatley. Scott Wheatley in T7 is third. Kosiada in T7 is P5, 0.5 behind Matthew Wheatley. Jump 36.53 is P7. Kosiada from Australia in Jefferson Street is 5th, 0.7 behind Matthew Wheatley. Kosiada was 0.6 faster last lap. Kosiada passed Matthew Wheatley for P4. Tobisaya from Australia in T3, 3rd Street is P8. Scalawagon in T6, Jefferson Street is P1. Tobisaya in Jefferson Street is P8, 1.6 ahead of Disco. Kosiada is 4th, 4.3 ahead of Matthew Wheatley. Tobisaya in T8 is 8th, 1.6 ahead of Disco. Disco was 21.5 faster last lap. The leader has just finished the race. Scalawagon finished first. Jump 36.53 finished P7. Disco finished P8. Tobisaya finished 9th. Buffhead finished P2. Scott Wheatley finished 3rd. Cosiato finished 4th. Matthew Wheatley finished 5th. Demon Boost finished P6.